Welcome back, gamers! Today I checked the Nintendo eShop and it appears that we have some exciting new games on sale. I know intros can be a bit boring, so let's jump right into the video. Let's start with Tales of Vesperia, Definitive Edition. Tales of Vesperia is a role-playing game where the player controls Yuri Lowell, a former Imperial Knight on a quest to retrieve a stolen energy source that controls the world's water supply. The player navigates through various environments, interacts with characters, and engages in real-time combat with a customizable party of up to 4 characters. The game features updated graphics, voice acting, new playable characters, side quests, and a new Game Plus mode. Overall, it's an engaging RPG with a strong story and character emphasis, suitable for both fans and newcomers to the series. Sale ends on May 15th. Next on our list is Haven. Haven is an adventure game where the player controls 2 lovers, U and K, as they explore a distant planet, gather resources and engage in real-time combat. The game features puzzle solving and dialogue-driven narrative, and the player can customize equipment and upgrade skills using a crafting system. The game's focus is on the couple's relationship and their struggles to maintain their love in challenging circumstances, with a relaxing soundtrack and beautiful visuals emphasizing themes of love and companionship. Overall, it's a unique and engaging game with a standout focus on relationships and beautiful visuals. Sale ends on May 12th. Moving on to Okunoka. The game is a classic 2D side-scrolling platformer game for the Nintendo Switch. The player controls a blue creature named Ka, who sets out to save the world of souls from the evil O's. The game features over 100 levels with different challenges, including boss battles. The unique feature is the ability to change Ka's properties using souls, allowing the player to navigate levels and overcome obstacles. Time trials and a multiplayer mode for up to 4 players add to the game's replayability. Okunoka is a challenging and engaging platformer with a unique gameplay mechanic. On sale until May 15th. Next up, Northgard. Northgard is a Viking-themed real-time strategy game where players control a clan and aim to become the new ruler of the land. Players must gather resources, manage villagers, build structures, and explore the surrounding areas while encountering other clans and creatures. Combat is real-time and requires strategic planning. The game includes a campaign mode, sandbox mode, and multiplayer modes. Overall, Northgard is a challenging and engaging game that offers a unique gameplay experience with its Viking theme and mix of resource management, base building, and combat. Sale ends on May 15th. Next is Cadence of Hyrule. Crypt of the Necrodancer, featuring The Legend of Zelda, is a rhythm-based action-adventure game where players control characters from the Legend of Zelda series. The game features randomly generated dungeons that are explored by moving and attacking to the beat of the music. The player can switch between different characters, each with their own unique abilities, as they collect items and fight enemies. The game also includes puzzles and boss battles, as well as a permadeath mode for a more challenging experience. The game's soundtrack features remixed versions of classic Zelda tunes and original compositions. On sale until May 15th. Moving on to Ender Lily's Quietus of the Nights. The game is a 2D action-adventure game with Metroidvania elements. Players control Lily, a young girl who awakens in a world plagued by a deadly rain that turns people into monsters. Lily must navigate through the ruins of the kingdom, fighting against these monsters and bosses using a combination of light and heavy attacks, dodge rolls, and special abilities. Along the way, she gains new abilities and equipment, allowing her to access previously inaccessible areas. The game's haunting atmosphere, beautiful art style, and challenging gameplay make it a standout title for fans of the genre. Sale ends on May 22nd. Next on our catalogue is Jenny Leclue, Detectivu. The player takes on the role of a young detective named Jenny Leclue as she investigates a series of mysterious events in her small town. The gameplay is a mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and dialogue-driven narrative. The player must gather clues, interrogate suspects, and piece together the story to solve the case. The game features branching storylines and multiple endings, as well as a unique aesthetic that blends 2D and 3D animation. Overall, Jenny Leclue Detectivu is a charming and engaging game that offers a fun and intriguing mystery to solve. On sale until May 22nd. Next up is Evelyn Legendary Edition, a classic-style RPG that follows the evolution of video game graphics and mechanics. The game features a mix of different gameplay styles, including turn-based combat, hack-and-slash battles, puzzle solving, and exploration. The player starts with simple monochrome graphics and gradually unlocks new features, including 3D graphics, side-scrolling levels, and open-world exploration. The game features a humorous story that pokes fun at video game tropes and references many classic games. The Legendary Edition includes both the original Evelyn game and its sequel, Evelyn 2, offering even more variety in gameplay styles and content. Sale ends on May 15th. Moving on to Fury, an action-packed game with a focus on fast-paced combat. Players control a mysterious character known as the Stranger, who must fight through a series of challenging boss battles. The gameplay features a mix of ranged and melee combat, as well as bullet hell-style dodging and parrying. Each boss has their own unique abilities and fighting style, providing a challenging and varied experience. The game also includes a soundtrack of electronic and synthwave music, adding to the game's intense atmosphere. Fury is a thrilling and challenging game that provides an intense action experience. Sale ends on May 12th. Next game is Sifu, a third-person action game where the player takes on the role of a Kung Fu student seeking revenge for their family's murder. The game features a unique combat system that emphasizes timing and strategy. The player can use a variety of Kung Fu techniques to take down enemies, including hand-to-hand combat and weapons. As the player progresses, they will face increasingly challenging enemies and bosses. The game also includes a dynamic aging system, where the player character ages after each death, gaining new abilities and stat boosts. Sifu is an intense and engaging action game with a focus on Kung Fu combat and revenge. On sale until May 11th. Hold on, gamers! We are giving away a $20 eShop card for the month of May as a thank you to our subscribers and viewers for their support. As a startup YouTube channel, this is the only prize we can afford for now. To enter the raffle, check the link posted in the comments section. The giveaway will be open for a month, so make sure to submit your entries before the deadline. We will announce the winner by the end of May, so stay tuned. Moving on to Labyrinth of the Witch. Labyrinth of the Witch is a roguelike dungeon exploration RPG that is easy for anyone to play. Use a variety of items to strategically tackle the ever-changing dungeons. The game is free of difficult mechanics, making it accessible to all players. For speedrunners, the speedrun dungeon is available with no starting items, challenging you to find your own gear. The game features cute pixel art graphics and animations to bring your adventures to life. On sale until May 22nd. Next on our catalogue is Merchant of the Skies. Merchant of the Skies. Players take on the role of a trader traveling through a whimsical world of floating islands. The gameplay involves managing resources, buying and selling goods, and upgrading the player's airship to explore new locations. Players can also hire and manage a crew to help with tasks, and complete quests to gain rewards. The game features colourful pixel art and a relaxing soundtrack, making it a casual and enjoyable experience for players who love trading games. Sale ends on May 22nd. Next game is Flippin' Cactus, a challenging arcade-style game where players control a bouncing cactus through levels filled with obstacles and enemies. The gameplay is simple, but requires precise timing and skillful maneuvering to progress through the increasingly difficult levels. The game features a unique flip mechanic. where the player can switch the cactus's direction mid-air to avoid obstacles and reach higher platforms. With multiple modes and unlockable characters, Flipping Cactus offers a fun and addictive gameplay experience that will keep players coming back for more. On sale until May 15th. Moving on to Primal Light. Play as Krog in a beautiful 16-bit world filled with dangers, monsters, traps, and gargantuan bosses. Collect charms, master acrobatic abilities, and explore 10 linear levels in search of 12 legendary artifacts to save your village from a tragic end. Enjoy arcade-style combat, challenging side paths, and great pixel art with a hypnotic soundtrack. Let nostalgia and modern game design come together in this unforgettable adventure. Sale ends on May 15th. Last game for today's catalogue is Sin Slayers Enhanced Edition. Sin Slayers is a dark fantasy RPG with roguelike elements where your choices determine the difficulty of fights and enemies. Create and lead a team of heroes through primeval forests, crypts, and other dangerous places. The game features classic turn-based combat, and you must level up your abilities and equip your team with weapons, armor, and amulets to defeat the Sin Lords. Your choices affect the sinfulness of your team and determine the difficulty of battles. The Valley of Fallen Sinners is a cursed region filled with beasts, damned warriors, the undead, and other horrors that will test your tactical skills. On sale until May 8th.
That concludes our episode for the day. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive a notification about the latest game deals and updates. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next video.